Okay, let's try this again. I'm just recording this just to talk about the fight with CM Punk and Micky Gail, and also my prediction for this Sunday's Backlash pay-per-view. For those who don't know, CM Punk did lose in the first round by submission. He did tap out to Micky Gail. I know some people wanted him to lose and some people wanted him to win. Like I said, I really didn't care either way if he won or lost, but I guess part of me wanted him to lose just because of some of his overzealous fans that just go too crazy about him, just to calm them down and just like try to face like reality of the whole thing. So I think he's gonna win this next fight. So this is just like a lesson learned from what happened, because the thing was, Micky Gail just dominated that whole match. So it's like a lesson learned. And also when me and Hazel was talking, like he kept, you know, the match he was supposed to have, he putting it back, hold it back, and
well, this is what I actually just put on a friend of ours, Chris's status. Because Chris put, and Brock Lesnar tapped out in his UFC debut and later went on to become a dominant force. This is just the beginning, people. Stop being brain dead, CM Punk haters, and use your logic. So I put this, I said, my honest opinion is that CM Punk is this too late in his career. Yes, Brock tapped out in his first fight, but he was a lot younger and, to be honest, didn't give two shits about what people thought. He wanted to do it for the love of the fight. My problem with CM Punk is the same issue I had with him in WWE. He's an egotistical punk who thinks the world revolves around him. He has pushed back his debut over and over and over again. He tapped out in the first round after all his trash talking and berating people. I have followed this in the interview since he stated this is what he wanted to do, and it's very disappointing. Because he did come out and berate and belittle and bash every step of the way leading up to tonight's fight. Saying saying such things like, oh, because of his time in WWE, it makes him a better fighter than everybody else. No, it doesn't. That's like saying being in WWE makes you a better wrestler than everybody else. We've seen some shitty people come out the WWE. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The fact of it is those people who are trained from day one to be, let's go back and not just say UFC fighters, MMA fighters, because that's what it is. It's mixed martial arts. Some of these people were 6-7-year-old kids learning taekwondo, learning karate, learning judo, who then went on to do boxing and Olympic style wrestling, because as you know, some of the moves that you see are Olympic style wrestling.
Yeah.
So for those people, it isn't just something that they woke up to at age 34, 35, 36 years old and said, this is what I want to do. This is something that they have done for many, many years. If you look back in Brock Lesnar's history of him in himself, is that he actually did do other things as a younger man and as a teenager that led him on this path. It wasn't just always wrestling.
Yeah, he had a amateur wrestling background too.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things that contribute to it. Now, I'm not saying that CM Punk wouldn't have won this fight if he had all of that. This is one thing we won't know. My issue with CM Punk is that, there's only so many times you can push back your debut before you get to, it's like, okay, you're just doing it now because you're losing popularity. People are at the point where they really don't care if you step foot in the ring or not. And that's where we're at. People don't care. You don't care if he won or lost.
No, I didn't.
You didn't care if you even watched it or not. You would have just seen highlights of it later because you know it's going to be around.
Right.
The fact of it is that CM Punk has lost that stature that he had. Yes, he still has some loyal fans and everything out there, but he has lost that stature that he had where people, were rooting for him on a huge level. People are tired of the bullshit that surrounds with him, and that's my view.
And you did make like some serious points about that, but I guess my issue is like I think he came in and wanted to do this a little too late. But I know there are some people that, you know, decided to come back from like years off from UFC. They did okay, but like in the end it was just time to quit. So I know he's going to have another fight, and he's probably going to win the next fight. That's what I think, but we will see. It's just overall with the things, like the reason I wanted him to lose, and like I said before, because some of the fans are like overzealous. They just go over the top about it. It's just like, see how his training goes, and let's just see how he goes. It's like, and just like what Hazel pointed out, I didn't care if he won or lost. If it happened, it happened. It's just like, and I guess what kind of got me was like the delay. And like how many times you was going to keep on delaying the match and just be like, oh, I'm not even interested anymore. But part of me just thought like he was going to lose probably because the other guy did have more experience and was younger than he is. But I'm not saying like some of his training like didn't, you know, work out or whatever, because I know he was trying to get out of that moves. Like he was trying his best to get out of it, but just couldn't.
But it does come down to an age thing. I mean, if he was 37 years old and this has been what he's been doing all of his life, then fair enough, he might have stood a much better chance. But you know yourself, say for example you train to be a football player right now. You know you stand no chance against those who are like 10 years younger than you who've been doing it all their career.
Right.
To me, that's exactly what it is.
No, I do agree. It just...
However, it does make you wonder if Vince McMahon sat back in his mansion just laughing his ass off on it.
Who knows what Vince McMahon be thinking? But